Hey everyone, Mr. Steckler here. Thank you guys so much for coming to the meeting yesterday and letting me present what I've been working on and letting you show the problems that I've been working on fixing. Now this is how I'm going to make the blank template, and I figure I would do this in real time so you guys can watch the video and see what I'm doing. So first thing I'm going to do in OneNote is I'm just going to right click, copy, right click and paste, and I'm just going to get a new copy of the lesson and I'm going to title this blank template. You can see over here I practiced this video before I did it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click, and anywhere on a gray bar at the top you can then left click and you can just hit backspace to delete it. So if I wanted to delete everything here, I could click on this gray bar, backspace, delete everything. But I don't want to delete everything. I want to simply delete all the stuff I currently have in here. A couple of things to be aware of. When I have questions like 1, 2, and 3 in this table, what that technically is it's inserted a table that is a 2x6 table over here. So, or actually it's a 2x3 table. And in this table I then typed in 1, 2, and 3, and then I put the questions here. Then to make it stand out, I went to table and I shaded it light gray, and then I bolded these numbers over here, 1, 2, and 3, and I made the font a little bit bigger. That way it stood out a little more. Then you can drag with a left click when you have the mouse on the edge of the bar, and you can drag it out as much as you want, and then you could take these questions and you could put them in there. So you can just add as many as you want. Now when you're on the Windows 10 version of it on the computer, if you want to add another row to this table, you just hold down Control and you hit Enter, and you keep the formatting and it will keep adding rows, so you don't have to keep doing anything every time. And if you want to delete a row, you just highlight it and you hit backspace, highlight and hit backspace. So I'm going to get rid of all these rows over here, and I'm just going to leave this as a blank slate for everyone else to be working in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to now get rid of everything else that I have below over here because I don't need any of this. I'm going to get rid of this. As a note, the reason this video shows up directly here is because I linked the YouTube video and it automatically placed that in there. So if you want to see how to do that, you would just open up a YouTube video, you'd go to share, you'd go to copy, and then if you pasted this inside, the video just appears.
And I want to stop you
So
right
let's
there.
just get rid of that.
Before you know how to do this.
So I'm going to continue just getting rid of all of this stuff because we don't need it, because we have the one up above. And I'm going to get this down to only have step 1. So this is how I normally make these lessons. So in order to add more steps, the same thing that I explained before, you hold down Control and hit Enter for as many steps as you would want in the lesson. Now this I hand drew with the drawing tools. I specifically did this on the iPad, but you can delete that on the computer just tapping it and hitting backspace. And now in order to format it, what I do is this font over here is Rockwell size 40. I've bolded it and italicized it. In order to get this checkbox in there, under the Home tab, there's a checkbox tag is to do. So if you want to re-add one, you just click that over there, which is tag to do, and then you just number it. So checkbox 3, checkbox 4, what you can even do is you can copy it. Just copy the whole box over here. Oops. Copy the whole box with Control C and then paste it. Actually, let's just copy the 4. Yeah, it doesn't work. Alright, no, so that doesn't work. I learned that during the video. You can't copy and paste it, so you got to do this part manually. But luckily, I'm going to send out this whole template so you can just have as many as you want, checkbox class-wise. So here, let's do it like this. We'll do checkbox 8. Alright, so let's say you wanted a lesson to be 10 steps long. Maybe you're planning to do steps 1 through 5 today, and then 6 through 10 the next day. So you have your template over here for all your checkboxes. If you don't want these boxes, you highlight them, you hit backspace, and then at the bottom over here, I like to put the vocab words at the bottom so the kids have to scroll all the way through the steps, so they kind of get exposure reading the stuff, and at the bottom is you see the vocab, so they can go on step 3, fill out the vocab, go back up. It's making them go back and down through the content. So I'm going to get rid of the different vocab words over here. Again, if you want to add more to the column, you can hold down Control and hit Enter. You could also go up to Table and go to Insert Row below, and you can add another row. And then inserting the checkboxes is under the Home tab over here, and you can insert these guys in. So in my vocab list, I like to say what did you learn about the concept, and then how can you use it. So here's where they explain what the concept is all about, and then how they're able to actually apply this, which especially in math and other subjects, I think it's very important that you can't skip over how they use it or the kids stop buying in. Now, I'm not saying that we always have to, as teachers, teach this, but at the very least, give them the chance to explore before they turn this lesson in so they can try and find on their own how they can use that concept. Perhaps it's even used as extra credit if you want to. But this is the lesson template. I'm going to send this out to everyone via OneNote, and I'm also going to copy this, paste it into Microsoft Word, but you may notice it's slightly different after doing that. I just want to show you what that's going to look like in real time right now. So if I open up Microsoft Word, I'm going to copy this whole template over here, and pasting this into Microsoft Word, you can see it looks like this. So it's very, very similar, and you can then just take this and paste it in if you want to use this in OneNote. So it's a little different. You see the checkboxes, different sizes, but if you want to copy this in, you would just hold down the shortcut, which is Control, and then you hit the A key. So Control A highlights everything, and then you do Control C, which will copy everything, and then you can then go where you want it after copying everything, and then Control V to then paste it again. And if you want, you could just go into the notebook on a certain page, paste that in, and you can start working. You'll notice, again, it's not formatted the same. You may have to drag it out. You may have to kind of adjust it. But once you have it adjusted in OneNote, then you can go ahead and copy the page, paste it, and then work on your lesson there. So hopefully this is helpful so you can kind of see my thinking process behind designing it, and have a good one, guys.